So one of the things that we paid very close attention to was the way things were done historically in this studio. And what I mean by that is the miking techniques, the room setup, the actual instruments that were used or weren't used, the performances and the capture of what was happening here back in the late 60s and early 70s when things started. We wanted to be true to that aesthetic.
As we headed down to Muscle Shoals with the ideology of doing something period specific and wanting our drums to speak to that, we interacted with a couple of the guys at Pearl. They had a product that was virtually identical to what was used in this room 50 years ago. We all looked at each other and were like, this is too good to be true.
One of the things that was real exciting was to dig in and not only trying to copy and get what they did, but get the spirit of what they did. So a good base was finding a period and looking at the chain they used to get that sound. So we had a base, a foundation to work from.
So a bunch of years ago, Jimmy Johnson and I got to work together on some Leonard Skinner and other projects, and said to him, you know, what pieces of gear really made a difference? I mean, I know it's in the heart and soul of all the people who are working, but in that capture, what is it that we're gonna need? And he started getting into the whole 610 thing, the UA 610 thing. And Jeff and I actually own enough 610 mic pre's to be able to duplicate the console that was used early on in Fame, early on in Muscle Shoals sound.
So we brought in the UA preamps, the 610s, and the mics I scoured and found, all the mics that was part of that original setup, and that's where we started.
And insanely enough, as soon as we opened up those microphones, which were also the same vintage of back in those days, as soon as we turned those huge, those huge pots, those larger, no faders here, folks, it's all pots. And we all just looked at each other and we're like, oh my God, I think we've really found this.
On top of the 610s, we brought in the retro stuff. And the retro, I mean, it's got a great build quality, it's high quality stuff, but it's got a character to it. And it's got a sound that just lends itself to this stuff, and it was first choice.
The guys at Retro are building equipment for people of all ages, but clearly they're a nod to vintage gear. All of the equipment that Retro supplied has been a grand slam home run for us. Just sounds perfect. The sound of the room came through. The gear selections, again, period specific. And it was, I'm not gonna say it was effortless, because great talent makes things look effortless. The guys who we surrounded ourselves were perfect, but this became self-defining.
We want our products to be inspiring. We want our sounds to be better than everything else out there. We want everything from the user interface to the actual audio experience to be the best that it can be, and that takes more than just us. That takes the expertise and the timing and the dedication and the commitment of a lot of other people. We're super excited for the Muscle Shoals sound, the Fame Studios environment to be a part of the EZdrummer 2 library for our users of EZdrummer 2 and Superior Drummer 2.0. We cannot wait for you guys to hear this product.